Yo, have you ever wondered why most people fail at their fat loss goals? Maybe you are somebody that is going through their fat loss journey right now and is struggling with being consistent. In this video, I'm gonna break down reasons why you might be struggling and how to break through those. Let's go. People have this all or nothing mindset. They think to themselves they have to be absolutely perfect on this plan, and if they're not, that means they have to start over again Monday or next month or even next year. So instead of having that mindset, you want to have a growth mindset. Understand that mistakes are going to be made, things are going to happen, life gets crazy and chaotic. You're going to have to learn how to adapt to those situations and learn from those mistakes. And that's okay. So what I like to do is I like to look at things from a scale from 1 to 10. 10 being you can follow a plan perfectly to the T. So there's gonna be moments and times where you're gonna have to be at a 7 or 6 or even at a 1. Understand that doing the bare minimum is okay. Adopt a growth mindset. That's how you're gonna get rid of the all or nothing mindset. Reason number 2 is that people, they're chasing quick fixes. They're not getting to the core reason of why they have all this weight they need to lose. They're trying to find the next cool dieting fad or this next cool supplement. Instead of doing those things, because they might work temporarily, they might work for 8 weeks or 12 weeks, but what happens after that? They might gain all the weight back, gain more weight back, right? So instead of doing those things, I want you to improve your daily habits. Instead of getting on a diet, improve your diet. Instead of trying to train 6 times a week and do a bunch of cardio, just get in the gym maybe 3 times, 4 times a week and focus on strength training. So instead of doing all these quick fixes, these surface level solutions, I want you to think long term. How can I do something consistently over time? And finding the core reason, what I've noticed, because I trained a bunch of people, is that people, they're stressed out. They are struggling with something emotionally. Something's going on behind doors that they need to address, because if I'm being honest with you, it's really hard to follow a plan if you're struggling with something emotionally. Be honest with yourself, reflect on what's going on, and build a strategy around that, because that's really important. How you respond to stress, how you deal with it is a big part of losing fat and finding something sustainable. Reason number 3. People rely on motivation way too much. So instead of relying on motivation, because let's be honest, motivation, it comes and goes. There's gonna be times where you feel super motivated and there's gonna be times where you feel not so motivated. So instead of doing that, instead of relying on motivation, let's build better habits. Let's build a better routine. Let's make fitness fit into our current lifestyle instead of trying to stop everything that I'm doing to follow this diet or this training program. Reason number 4 is that there's no clear plan. And when there's no clear plan, you're kind of just winging it. You don't know what you're doing, you're guessing. And when you're doing that, you don't even feel confident in what you're doing, so it's hard to stay consistent and motivated. So instead of doing that, you gotta build a solid plan around your lifestyle. There's no one size fits all approach to this. Everyone's unique. They have their own set of values, priorities, their own background, and you wanna build a plan around that. And that's how you're gonna stay consistent. Reason number 5 is that there's no support. There's no one by your corner to tell you to keep going or to guide you. Because let's be real, again, things happen, life gets really hard, and when those times do happen, you want somebody to motivate you, to help you think things through. So I want you to think of somebody. It doesn't have to be a coach, you don't have to hire somebody. Maybe it's a close family member or friend or your spouse. Have them support you during this time, because there's gonna be times of weakness and you're gonna need somebody to tell you to keep going. I'm gonna have Chris right here. This is Chris, by the way. He is going through his own fat loss journey, and no, what? It's true. It's true. What? Now he's going through his own.
This is like an intervention.
He's going through his own fat loss journey, and the crazy thing is, Chris has a crazy schedule where he's working 12, 13-hour days every day. I'm over here trying to tell him to chill out a little bit, but that's not his personality. 2 months. All right, how did you do it, dude? 2 months. How many pounds you lose? And give out your biggest tip, your biggest takeaway with the current season that you're in your life.
It really depends, because being a business owner and being around people like you have to kind of just lead by example, right? And for a long time, I've been not unhealthy, but not in a stable place because there's a lot of hats you wear in the business. But there's a point in your life where you gotta just say, like, you know, either you live a life more fulfilled and you take action and you take accountability, and that's what I did the last 2 months. And so when you take full accountability, it's a lot easier for you to kind of like set boundaries and stuff like that. So I set boundaries with people and situations, which allows me to be healthier, right? So environment is important, setting boundaries, and just having this goal, have a clear goal, be around like-minded people like Armand and like Mike and just other people who is on the same mission. But it's really up to you, right? You can't really rely on friends to meal prep for you, eat right, or set boundaries. You have to be the one to take full accountability. So that's the only difference.
20 pounds you lose.
20 pounds.
20 pounds in 2 months. Great job, dude. Proud of you. When I saw him today, because I haven't seen him in how many weeks? I 2 weeks, and I was like, dude, you lost so much weight. You got lean, and I was genuinely happy because I know how hard he worked and how much he struggled with it.
It was hard.
It was hard, but hey, dude,
every day you gotta.
I feel really happy for you, dude.
I feel like I'm a crackhead just talking to you. Like it's an intervention.
It is an intervention. Now the question becomes, what should you do? What plan should you follow? First, I want to go over the things that you should already be doing. I want you to think of this as more of a skill rather than a diet that you're following. Think of this as the fundamentals, things that you need to be doing every single day so that way you can feel healthier, stronger, leaner. So that would be getting high quality foods in consistently. We're not tracking calories right now. We're not following a specific meal plan. We are just getting these foods in. So think lean protein with every single meal. Think fruits and vegetables in throughout the day, healthy fats, fiber. Get that all in. Food is fuel. It's gonna make you feel more satiated, fuller. It's gonna make you feel like you have more energy throughout the day, better recovery, better sleep. Make sure you're getting those things in. If you're not already doing those things, I guarantee you, you're just gonna feel 10 times better. All right, now that we got the fundamentals down, what I would do is I would either track calories or follow a meal plan. So first, I would go to tdeecalculator.net. I would put my information on there and it will give me my maintenance calories. I'll take that number, I'll go to a food tracking app like Chronometer or MyFitnessPal. I'll plug it in there and then I'll start tracking. And depending on how my weight fluctuates weekly, I would make adjustments. If my goal is fat loss, I'm gonna do a 10 to 20% reduction on that maintenance calories. And again, I would see how my weight's fluctuating. If I'm making progress, I'm gonna keep it there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, keep going. So that's what I would do. I would do that for about 8 to 12 weeks, depending on how I'm feeling. And then I'm gonna go back to the fundamentals. You see what I did there? If I go back to the fundamentals, I know that I'm gonna be good. I know I'm gonna be able to sustain my results. So think of it as phases. Phase 1 is you focusing on the fundamentals. Phase 2 is you being a little bit more detailed, you tracking things, and then you going back to the fundamentals. So that's how I would start off. That's what I would do going into my fat loss journey. By the way, my name is Armand. I'm an online fitness coach who helps people with their fitness goals and live a healthier lifestyle. My goal, my mission is to help people just like you get leaner, stronger, and healthier so that way they can live a confident life. Let's go.